This tutorial will show you that virtual backgrounds made with OBS Studio can be used in any video conferencing program. Basically, what you do is you take the feed from your actual webcam, it gets sent into this piece of software called OBS Studio, which will make some modifications, and then that software will push out a new webcam, which is called a virtual camera. The basic idea is maybe you want this castle image to be your background, and you are in front using perhaps a green screen. You will need some kind of solid color. Green is ideal, but any color will work. Let's add one of the sources, and it will be an image. You can name this whatever you like. For instance, because of what we're using, you might call it castle. It's not going to matter what you call it as long as you know what you've labeled it. On the next screen, go find the image that you'd like to use. And this is what you'll have after you click OK. If you'd like, you can do things like take the image and modify how much it is scaled on screen. I think for this image, I'm going to do something like that and have it cover. I don't want any of this kind of black background, so maybe something like this will do. The second visual element I'm going to need is my actual web camera, and so I'm going to go to Video Capture Device. Again here, I'm going to need to name it something. The default here is fine, but if you wanted to put something like my webcam, that would work too. You will need to select your specific webcam on the list from the device list. For instance, I had to select my HD Pro webcam C920, but your list will look different based on the cameras that you have. Once you have the camera you need selected, what you're going to need to do is take that specific item and go into the filters area, and here you're going to need to insert using the plus sign down here. You're going to need to insert an effect, and that is going to be the chroma key. Now by default, the chroma key is going to take everything that's green and turn it transparent. You might need to take this chroma key and change the color here to something else, perhaps something custom. Maybe you have a beige background or a gray background to the wall behind you. You'll have to choose what's appropriate, and you can play with some of these values to see if you can fine tune the image. You'll see now that everything that was green on the webcam view has been set to transparent, so you see the image behind. Now if you set these up in a different order, you may have to use the buttons here, the little arrow buttons, to switch which thing is in front and which thing is behind. The last thing you need to do is install a free plugin that's called Virtual Cam. And here, if you start the Virtual Cam, then you can select Virtual Cam as a camera using other software. That's really it, folks. Happy virtual camming using OBS Studio.